Hello everyone, I am Radha. Welcome back to my channel Sivaya is English. Today in this video I am going to discuss about the transitive and intransitive verbs. In previous classes we have discussed what is verb and what is irregular and regular verbs, stative and dynamic verbs. Today in this class we are learning about the what is transitive and intransitive verb. Let's get started. What is transitive verb? Transitive verbs are verbs always follow a direct object, a noun or pronoun or noun phrase that receives the action is called transitive verb. For example, eat, run, play, hit, kick, etc. These are all called transitive verb. How? Why it is called transitive verb? Let's look into some examples. See here, I have written Banu is eating an apple. If you have to understand this transitive verb, you must be known well about the sentence structure. What is sentence structure? We already discussed in previous classes. The sentence is divided into three parts: subject, verb and object. Right. This is Banu is subject, this is subject part. Is and eating also considered as verb, and an apple considered as object. So we all know about this. And here Banu is eating an apple. It gives complete sense, isn't it? Banu is eating what? Eating something what? An apple. So here apple is direct object. An apple is direct object and this sentence is completed. This type of here eating is transitive verb. Understand? Eating is called transitive verb. Now let's learn what is intransitive. Then you can understand easily. If we get to know the difference between two types of verbs. Intransitive verb cannot have a direct object to receive the action. Example is here. Banu is eating. This is intransitive verb. Banu is eating what? In this case, it is mentioned. Object is mentioned. This is direct object. In this case, I did not mention any direct object. So, this type of verbs called intransitive verb. It doesn't give complete sense. Banu is eating. What? What? There is no answer. And intransitive verb, this object answers the what and whom. This is very important thing. How do we identify the whether it is transitive or intransitive verb in a sentence? Yes, it's very clear. If the verb is answers the questions of what and whom, that is transitive verb. Let me explain. Suppose I write, what is Banu eating? What is Banu eating? You can answer, Banu is eating an apple. Isn't it? See, this transitive verb answers the question of what? Now, we can identify it easily, that is transitive verb. But, how do we find out the intransitive verb? Intransitive verbs may not be answered the question of what and whom. Isn't it? See here, Banu is eating what? There is no answer because I did not mention the direct object to this. This type of verbs called intransitive verb. Suppose I will write one more example to make clarity. Hari runs. Hari runs. Does it answer the question of what and whom? No. Hari runs. This verb is intransitive verb. It gives some meaning. Hari runs. Where and what, whom. So this verb cannot be answered the question of who and what. I will complete this. Hari runs fastly. Do you think it is direct object? No. The direct object only must be a noun or pronoun or noun phrase. Got it? And fastly is here functions as adverb, not noun, not pronoun. So here Hari runs fastly. If I write the complete sentence, but this is not considered as transitive verb because it does not answer the question of whom and what. Suppose it will be answer of how. Isn't it? You just think over it. Hari runs fastly. How Hari run? How does Hari run? Hari runs fastly. ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ವಾಟ್ ಏನು ಮತ್ತು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. So these type of verbs called intransitive verb. Got it? Hope you understood. Very simple. Don't scratch your head. Very simple. See, when the verb have or when the verb has a direct object, he loves. Okay, he loves whom? He loves is intransitive verb. He loves his brother is transitive verb. There I mentioned direct object, his brother, isn't it? So that will be considered as direct object. So that is called transitive verb. Very simple. That transitive verbs contain direct object. Intransitive verbs cannot have direct objects. If there is any adjective or adverbs, that is also not direct object, and it will be the answer of how. Isn't it? That is not the transitive verb. When the verbs answer the questions of what and whom, so those type of verbs called transitive verb. So this is what transitive and intransitive verbs. Now let's move on to lexical verbs and auxiliary verbs. What is lexical or main verbs? What is lexical verb? Lexical verbs are action verbs which show an action or an event or a state of being. For example, run, walk, eat, touch, see, play. So these are all come under the main or lexical verbs. Lexical verbs shows main something action of a person, thing. It's very easy to understand. Let's look at some examples. I took address. I took address. I took ಒಂದು ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡೆ. Here what is verb? Took is verb. In this case, she drinks coffee. She drinks coffee. So here took and drinks shows some action. What the person is doing. It shows the action, isn't it? I took a dress and drinks. These both words show the action. And is there any helping verbs? I mean auxiliary verbs? No. There is no any helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. In these sentences, these action verbs are the main verbs. See, with this action verb, it gives complete sense and it stands alone itself in a sentence. There is no need of any helping verb in this type of sentences. So, here these type of verbs called action verbs or lexical verb, or this is called main verbs also. It's very clear. It shows some action. And there is no need of any helping verbs. Without helping verbs, it gives complete sense. So, these are called main verbs. Now, let's move on to auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary means what? Auxiliary means something help. Help. It means helping. So, these are known as helping verbs also. Auxiliary verbs called helping verbs. And that help the main verb and help to identify the tense of a sentence. These helping verbs function as help to help the main verb, and it indicates the tense of a sentence. It tells us in what tense is a sentence. ಯಾವ ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು is helping verb. Let's see how they used in sentences. And these primary auxiliary verbs are divided into three forms: to be forms, to do forms, and to have forms. We will call them be forms, do forms, and have forms. Let's see one by one how to use them in sentences. You guys, if you are able to use these auxiliary verbs in sentences, you can speak English well. So you have to concentrate more in this area. Let's see one by one. What are to be forms? These are called to be forms. To be, it shows a state of being, and it helps to main verbs. Let's see how it helps the main verbs. And here, when we come to present be forms, there are three present be forms: am, is, and are. In past tense, was and were are past be forms, and let's use them in sentences. See, we already discussed about the first, second, and third person singular, and first, second, third plural persons. Let's take with that subjective pronouns. I, present. I is. Now I will use the present be forms in a sentence. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. Am is in present tense. I have taken am from present be form. I am a teacher. And you have to mind it that am is always used with only I. Except I, we should not use them with other subjects. Have you observed? Have you seen that? Have you seen the sentences? He am, she am, they am. Anywhere? No. That is wrong usage and nobody is used in that way. See here, am is always used with I and only in present tense. Only in present tense, not in past events. So here I am teacher. Then when do we use is and or? Then if you want to take down this, you just pause the video, then write it down, then continue the video. She, he, and for these three subjective pronouns, we will use is. This one. When the sentence is in present tense, not in past. I am talking about the only present be forms. So she is. I use sentence. She is a nurse. She is a nurse. He is eating banana. See, this is how we use is in sentences. He is eating banana. Then it. It is an apple. It is an apple. It is an elephant. It is a dog. It is my pen. It is yours. We can use in many sentences. She is a nurse. He is eating banana. It is an apple. So in this way, we can use this is in present tense. So when do we use are in present tense? It's very clear. When the subjects are in plural form, we have to use are. When the person or things are more than one person or more than one thing, we have to use are. Let's see. We, you, they. These are plural persons, subjective pronouns, plural persons. We, now, you, new, they, our. Okay. We are students. You are boys. They are brave men. So we can use in this way. See here, I have used or. You have to mind it. I am only talking about the present tense be forms. When the sentence is in present tense, how do we use them in a sentence? See, I am not talking about the past. I did not go to past yet. We are students. We are students. You are boys. They are brave men. See here, I use or for plural pronoun, for plural subjects. I am not supposed to use she are or he are, otherwise it are. That is wrong usage. because this is called subject verb agreement. Let us discuss it later in forthcoming videos. See, this is how we use or be form in sentences. Okay, hope you understand. Now let's move on to past be forms. How do we use them in sentences? It's very clear. For your convenience, to make things clear, the difference between past and present, I have written both type of sentences. Here I am an English teacher. Now, eager. I am an English teacher. I am talking about the present events. My present position, present state. Here I was a Kannada teacher. 20 years ago or 5 years ago, or we can use some months ago, I was a Kannada teacher. I was, not now, then. I am talking about the past events. I am talking about the past state of being. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಕನ್ನಡ ಟೀಚರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ. So I am using this. I was a Kannada teacher. Now I am an English teacher. I am an English teacher. Got it? See, this is the difference how we use in present past. Now, how do we use that verb in sentences in past and present? Here, I am talking about now, present, eager. They are teachers. Okay. Now they are teachers. But some years ago, 20 years ago, they were students. Got it? You can write some years ago or 20 years ago. They were students. Now they became teachers. But see, I am using are to express present events. I used were to express past events. They were students. The same people, they became teachers now. So this is the difference. The word. And we can use that word in the place of we. We were students. We can use that same sentences. And you can take some other examples. We were just players. Now just other players again. Now we are champions. This is the difference. See, I used or, and. These are called be forms. These are present tense, present be forms. Here I use past be forms. Was singular, and we have to use verb when the subject is plural. They, more than one person. We, more than one person. So we were just players then, some years ago, and now we are great champions. We are great players. So in that sense we can use. This is what how to use be forms and in sentences according to the first, second and third person. And I will show you how to use third person because I did not show here. Only I have taken I, they, we, and I tell you how to use it she and he. See, we use is helping verb in present tense for the subjects of is, he, she and give. Then we have to use was in the place of is. That's it. Only that is the difference. She, he. He was a student. She was a labor. ಆಗ ಲೇಬರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ. And it was an incident. It was an incident. ಅದೊಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದೊಂದು ಹಾಗೆ ನಡೆದೋಯ್ತು ಘಟನೆ. So see here I use was. When we come to present B forms, we will use in the place of was is. In past tense we will use was. Okay, and see I will show how to use past helping verbs in sentences, in present sentences how to use present B forms, in past sentences how to use past helping verbs which are B forms. So this is what auxiliary verbs to B forms. We have discussed in this video about the B forms and how do we use them in sentences. Hope you understood, and let's discuss in next class and how do we use the do forms and have forms detailing. Till then, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you so much.